Hello guys, Garcia here. Welcome back to Brigandine. So now let's just set up the final attack against Icekelio here. So let me check all of our movements here. So yeah, all of our main guys are moving back to here. We don't need to defend down here anymore, hopefully. So we'll see how the final battle is going to go here. My guess is not going to be easy, but the odds are actually in our favor here because we don't have to fight their leader anymore. Okay, the rest of the armies are in the correct positions, so let's just execute the move. Actually, let me check if I need to send someone to a quest here. Nope, so let's just execute here. Okay, so let's just see what we are going to have to deal with in the final battle here. Okay, so actually I'm not sure. I don't think he would bring Miguel here. So I'm not sure if he's going to bring Ulster or Bag the Maggots here. Obviously one of the two. These are the only guarantees here. The main problem is going to be this, the Bahamut. Always the main problem. If we can deal with the Bahamuts, the other knights here probably should be easy. They have 3 Hellhounds, if this is the team they are going to deploy here. They have 2 ghouls, which don't do a whole lot. The Pixies can be a problem, especially if they use Protect in the Bahamut. But for the most part, should be okay. If this is the team, they are actually going to have 2 Conjurers here, basically. 2 Spellcasters. So that basically means that they are going to be way easier to kill than Iria here. So we'll see. But definitely we're going to attack this turn. We cannot wait for the next turn. There you go. Up here, I can do anything with the main team this turn. So let's see if I can actually, for the first time, attack with this team here. So let's check. Alright, this is terrible. I always avoid Khador in all the playthroughs I play of this game, but sometimes you just have to attack him because you need to obviously defeat him several times to win, or at least once. And up here, actually, this is quite reasonable. Don't get me wrong, their front line is really decent. But when you think about which units I actually have at my disposal on that particular army, I think this is actually decent. That said, I'm not going to attack this turn just because I want to 100% focus on the last battle against Icekelio here. Yeah. As long as this Garant guy here is in this castle here, I cannot attack up here. Okay, so only one attack this turn. So let's see if we can finish them off. Alright. So the final battle obviously is different from the other types of battles in this game. So we need to finish everybody. We need to kill every single knight. They will not retreat because they can't retreat. They don't have any other castles to go to. This stage is actually a pain in the ass. I usually finish them off in this stage during my playthroughs. And the problem is, obviously there's water here, but there's also a bridge down there, as you can see. So it's kind of a weird, like, geographical configuration. Sometimes that can work to your advantage because they can bring a whole lot of troops. And sometimes if you move your troops like wrongly, or if you don't pay attention to your wall, the precise land that could be used to your advantage ends up being the problem, you know? So it really depends on who are the final knights and who are and which troops they are using. In this case, the Bahamut is the problem. He's kind of fast, not super fast, but he's fast. And obviously he can kill a knight in like a couple of bites. Maybe only one if he attacks like this guy here. So you have to be very careful. So Iria has Holy Word. Obviously Candem there, which is this sorcerer. He has Genoflame and has Thunder. which we need to be careful with. And Ulster has Divine Ray, and they also have a demon, so they have a curse available too, a couple of curses. So you need to like basically count down every threat and position your troops accordingly to avoid said threats, or try to. Sometimes you just have to take it. You're like, oh, I'm going to move the knight here to give him the final blow, but regardless, if he ends the turn in this particular position, he will be attacked, and it is what it is, you know. So sometimes you just have to make a choice. In this case, it's even more dangerous because it's the final battle, right? So we'll have to fight until the end. So we might lose several units here. Hopefully, I won't lose the important ones, which are the Holy Griff and the Fairy and the Demoness here, the Archdemon. But we shall see. Another thing that makes me super nervous playing in this particular stage here is that it takes forever to bring your troops to the actual place of the map in which the battle will be actually happening. And the problem with that is that the more turns you take to move your troops to the right spot, obviously the less turns you are going to have to actually decide the battle. 12 turns is the limit. So it's never good when you take too long, but most of the time it's not like by choice, it's just the map design and the creatures you are using in your army. For example, I'm using dragons, so they are super slow. Not like ridiculously slow, like mermans on land, for example, but it's slow enough to clearly be a problem. Alright, if I do this right here that I was going to do, I'm going to start a battle because she will move the Bahamut to attack me. Actually, the makeup here is already kind of dangerous, to be honest. I'm going to put him, the Holy Griff, here because he can move a lot anyway. So I can think about the positioning later. So as you can see, I'm actually going to have a problem with my turns here because of how they are set up, because of the levels. So Kirkmont starts, then Iria acts, then, not Kirkmont, sorry, Paternus starts, Iria acts, then Kirkmont moves. He's actually going to alternate with Camden here. That's going to be a huge problem. Dogal always going to be the last, so the turns are all over the place. So I think I need to move with Dogal forward like right now. Huh. I'm just not sure I'm going to have enough troops here to form a wall. Yeah, I'm going to have to move him regardless. Because remember, if our knight is defeated, we are going to lose all the troops that are in that particular knight's army. Which means that we're going to lose a lot of troops because Dogal has a ridiculous amount of rune power. So yeah, I'm going to slow this down a little bit. I'm going to keep the Demoness here. I'm going to bring the Giants. I'm actually going to stay exactly where I am this turn. I don't think I'm going to move here. Otherwise, I'm going to definitely be exposed because I'm going to have to like move one of my knights way ahead of the other ones, you know. I think this setup is decent. So I'm going to form kind of a wall with Kirkmont here. And he's going to probably attack with Camden, which is the sorcerer that's close to us here. Not perfect, because Kirkmont is kind of distant, it's kind of far away. But we'll fix this in the next turn. Yeah. There you go. Because otherwise, Dogal would be completely exposed here. So I needed to kind of form a makeshift wall for this turn. Next turn, I'm going to reallocate everybody. The main problem with the army right now, we need to protect actually our south position, our south flank, because obviously the Bahamut is down south and he's going to come flying from the south here in straight to our sorcerer for sure. So this turn I need to actually put somebody there to defend the left side of the Hellhound that just attacked there. I need to close that gap, otherwise it's already over. So as you can see, this type of like super strong units makes all the difference when you are trying to like actually create a defensive position, because you need to predict, or at least try to, where they're going to end up in the map when they start moving. I can't think about giving XP to Dogal this turn. Not this turn, this battle, because I am not in the position to do that. Okay, I'm actually going to give Kirkman React. I actually think is a decent idea, because the next turn I can move him to his new spots in the wall, and I will eventually be able to use him to cast a spell too, which is the idea here. So part of their army is going to go through the bridge that's crossing the river here, and the other part is going to attack us from the front. So I actually need to spread the love here a little bit in terms of positioning. Alright, so I'm going to keep the giant here. Then I'm going to bring the dragon to the wall, like this. Oh, come on. Now I'm going to... I can use Curse to deal a lot of damage to the dragon right now, but I'm actually going to reposition the Demoness to this spot, because if the Bahamut comes, I need to have some sort of firepower against it, because this battle is long, so I might have to actually kill it. And I'm going to actually move Paternus to this spot here, so he can use Holy Word in the next turn. There you go, that's actually a pretty good positioning, because I just moved the Demoness to that spot. And I can also use Kirkmond against him, so that's actually the best case scenario there. It's not necessarily the plan to kill the Bahamut, but if I can, I will. Because like, we can kill Iria and have a chance to get the Bahamut in the end of the battle. But for that, we would need to like let the Bahamut live until the end of the battle. And that is extremely dangerous. One mistake and you're done, basically. So if I can kill him before, I will. Sometimes you make a judgment call and you think, oh, in this particular battle, I think I don't need to kill their main units. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, so it depends. Alright, so I'm not going to attack with the Hellhound, obviously. It's going to get absolutely crushed. So let's just deal some damage, as much as I can here. The dragon, I'm going to have to heal him. Yeah, let's use the Acid Breath. Problem with Kirkman here is that he's actually going to use Geno Flame, which is actually not great in this situation here. The other spell, Geno Frost, will be better here. I was tempted to attack here with the Holy Glyph, but to be honest, I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm actually going to just mini attacking the Bahamut. But the Holy Glyph doesn't have a high defense, and he's already took damage, so I'm going to avoid it for now. Okay, so down goes the dragon. The Demoness down there is also going to die, so there you go. For XP purposes, this is really good, but not my priority right now. I just need to kill as many enemies that are between me and the knights as possible. And now I have the react spell, so I can use it again. Against the Mandrake, it's going to be good. Against the other two, not so much, but that's what I can do right now. But I still think it was the best idea to give it to Kirkman. Yeah, he didn't heal the Behemoth. That means that we have a chance to kill it in this turn because we have a curse with the Demoness there. And they also committed the mistake of not moving the fairies earlier. So that means that they cannot use them to protect the Behemoth, which is the play the AI usually goes. Not goes, usually uses. Goes with. That's probably what I was trying to say. Alright. So let's reposition the dragon. There you go. So we already killed like 3-4 units. That's pretty good. Alright, so she can't do a whole lot anymore. So I'm actually going to protect my Griffin here because I don't want him to die. He's kind of fragile in this situation here. One bad critical hit from the dragon here and it's over. And I also, from the dragon, from the Behemoth. And also I need to protect my Hellhound here because he's part of the wall. Which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Alright, Paternus here is going to have a field day using Holy Word here. He's gonna get basically everybody. Alright, so let me think here. Alright, this is definitely happening. There you go. I don't think I'll be able to kill it this turn. Yeah, I can't reach it with my Centaur here, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to change my strategy a little bit. I'm going to kill this guy. I cannot move here to attack Camden here. He's kind of in a rough spot in terms of positioning. So I'm not going to be able to attack him. But that's okay because I don't want my Gygas to die either. And then I can position this guy right here. That said, I won't be able to kill this dragon either. I can use Divine Ray, but I'd rather use Holy Word here. It's way better. Alright, so Eerie is gonna act next. So she'll probably either heal. I think she has healed the spell, so yeah, was not enough. She's going to move the Behemoth away to like close to either Ulster, the priest, the cleric, or to herself to heal it. Yeah. But I think he's going down. I just need to be a little patient here. I was able to hold them off here in the south side here. Basically because their army doesn't have a whole lot of flying units, so they just can't cross the river quickly. The only one was the Bahamut, so... Alright. So Kirkman basically can't do anything else in this battle. He's already used everything he possibly could here. So let's use Hellfire to soften the Bahamut more here. I'm actually going to do something here that I usually don't do, but I think is the best call. I'm not going to attack with my Griff or Griffin, because if I miss and take an attack here, the Griff could be completely exposed and could die during this turn here. So instead, I'm actually going to use Fire. I'm going to use the Breath. I'm going to take damage too, but not as much as the Bahamut would deal to me, obviously. There you go. So the main threat is gone, and we got a Super Dragon now. And I'm actually going to use Feather Storm just to deal damage, but not take damage here. Oh, actually, I can kill the dragon, so never mind. There you go. So far, so good. Okay. Yeah, so he's going to start using spells now, because obviously they can't escape, they can't retreat. So I always fear for my units here, but it's a final battle, so you always like expect to lose somebody. I hope I don't lose that dragon there, because he got a lot of XP. Yeah, the knights are all... Oh, please don't. No! Ah, it worked. Luckily I have a Pegasus right there, so I can use it like right now. The problem is, yeah, no, I need to do it because she's way too good to just be sitting around without using her spells. I was going to use her to heal my front line here, but I really cannot afford to do it right now. I don't care about the pixie, by the way, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to do this just because my dragons can't move a whole lot anyway, so I'm just going to try to open the way here. Alright, this fairy can't do anything, so just wait. You, sir, also wait. I cannot do anything with you. Alright, so I don't have a Holy Word and I don't have a Divine Ray target. I cannot use area heal. So I'm just going to focus on healing. Let's heal the dragon here. Yeah, so I need to kill Camden this turn, the sorcerer, because he's by far the most dangerous here, and he's the only one that has an area spell that can actually brutalize us here. We really need him to go down. Iria also has Holy Word, but I actually think, yeah, she can't use it anymore because she used heal. So she's, in terms of spells, she's harmless now. Yeah, I want to kill this giant, but I don't want to take damage. So let's attack with the centaur first. Please don't miss. Come on. Thank you. All right. So now the demon is free here to act. Luckily, Paternus's rune area is gigantic. So I'm just going to move forward with her here. This is kind of going to put her in the line of fire, but this is also going to give her a couple of cursed targets, which is what we need from her. I'm so lucky that she started using heal early. Holy Word could be a problem, or could have been a problem, but it wasn't. As you can see, they are kind of starting to already run away. I didn't talk about this yet. I think I haven't talked about this at all during the entire playthrough. But when you are in a battle like this, if you start retreating forever, or avoiding the enemy's units, and you start just moving around the map, trying to not fight, if you last until the turn number 12, you will win, because the enemy cannot continue the battle. So you need to kill the enemy before, you know. So that's kind of a problem. I don't want to move him here, by the way, at all. But I need to. Otherwise, it's not going to win. Now I need the best critical of all time for this to work. It didn't. But at least he's almost done. So as I said before, I am super afraid of losing units, but if you are not aggressive here, you run the risk of having to deal with exactly what I just explained, which is having to deal with the enemy just deciding to run away instead of fighting. Yeah, so there you go. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen, so it did. Oh, area heal here is brutal. It heals basically everybody. So could I have avoided the Holy Gryph's death? Absolutely. But also, if he had like hit a critical hit on Camden there, Camden would be dead. So I just rolled the dice and I lost. Sometimes that happens. But that's okay. If we win, that's okay. Oh, that would be awesome if I like was able to give him the kill. That is not gonna happen here. No way. I'm actually going to move the Gryph forward here. Let me see what I can do with the dragons first. Yeah, I cannot move them a whole lot. Oh, this is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. A new wall here. Alright. I could move Dogal here to deal some damage, but he's not going to kill Camden here anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bring the Pegasus here. I'm going to deal some extra damage to the Hellhound. I'm going to take some extra damage too. Alright, so you just move forward and don't do anything. You move here, you attack. Dragons are not great in this stage, as you can see. But now that they are in the front lines, they will be useful. Okay, so Paternus can't do a whole lot, but it can heal. So let's see, who am I going to heal here? Yeah, kind of a no-brainer. So I think I can kill Camden this turn. Yeah. Let's just hope this is enough. Might not be. Yeah, it is. There you go. As always, in the final battle, they never have comments. They just go. The way of the dodo, you know. Alright, so I am not doing this. I'm going to keep the Gygas here, but I'm not attacking. It's just not a good idea. Huh. The Demoness, huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. The Demoness is way more resistant than the Gygas is in terms of defense. So it's way safer to use her than put the Gygas in the line of fire there. I'm going to move the Centaur here so eventually he can hit the Giant there. So they are now going to completely focus on my Knights because they have no other path to victory here. So I'm going to move Kirkmond. Trouble is I can't move him like too far away because of the rune area. He needs to be close to his units for them to be effective, you know. But hopefully, yeah, can move him enough to like give him protection while his units are still useful. So alright, this is the idea. Alright, so this one cannot stay here because he's outside of the rune area. Alright, so let's start attacking here. There's no point in not doing it. Iria might be a problem here because she's very strong. And she has a good combination of elements. Oh man, please don't. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, he actually used Divine Ray on the Hellhound, which is the worst target possible, so that was actually pretty useful for us. So Dogal has a lot of rune power, but he has a terrible rune area. So I just can't do a whole lot with his creatures. Let's do it like this. Okay. So down goes another dragon, but that's okay, we can replace them. I just need these units to fall. Yeah, it's going to be outside the rune area, but not a whole lot I can do about it. I need to attack. You don't need to do anything. The Pegasus. Let me see. Yeah. Alright. So now we start again the turn here. Okay, so let's just move Paternus to the front line here. He's actually quite strong in terms of attack. He has like the attack of a level 15 knight. So he's actually good in these types of situations. When like everybody doesn't have mana anymore, you know. He usually is a good closer. Okay. I could risk the giant here to attack Ulster. I think I'm gonna do that because I want to use Curse on Iria this turn. So I actually don't want to use Curse on Ulster. So actually let me see if I can at least get a shot in. Yes, I can. So the giant just needs to hit the attack, but That's a big that's a big if. There you go, he hits. Okay. So hopefully he doesn't die to Iria here. I don't even think she's going to attack here. She's going to probably spear throw. Oh, she used fog. Okay. So there you go. There's only one knight left. That was kind of a brutal bloodbath here. If I could give Dogal the kill, that would be absolutely perfect. But that's the problem. She's way too annoying. This type of character, the Valkyrie, has super high agility. So that means that she dodges a lot, basically. I don't even think I want to do this. Maybe? Yeah. He can't hit. If he takes a critical next turn, he's going to probably die. At least we freed up a spot here. So we can position someone else here to attack her. Or not. Oh, the fairy. The fairy's in the way. Alright, let's start working on the fairy here because I need to open the space here. So basically when it reaches this point, so you are only thinking one thing, which units can I sacrifice in case she like gets a huge critical while I'm trying to kill her here. So another curse. Perfect. So now let's use the centaur. Okay. So let's attack her with Paternus here. I don't think he's going to do anything to her. Oh, the dragon, yeah. I forgot about it. I'm not going to attack her, she's going to dodge anyway. So I'm just going to use the breath here. There you go, if Paternus hits his attack, which is a decent chance, we win. Down she goes. And down goes Iskilio. And our Griff too. Oh man. To the annals of history he went. That's so annoying, but it is what it is. So Camden, your majesty, our castle is... Oh no. Don't make a fuss, it's too late anyway. I don't care if they take Iskilio anymore. What? I feel bad for our ancestors. Ulster, when are you going to understand? Who is the king of this country? You must listen to me and not the dead. Oh dear, this is the end of Iskilio. I think I'm going to cry. Don't cry, you idiots. I can conquer the world anytime. I'm just a little tired of all the fighting. I'm going on a journey until I'm ready. So really? What? You don't believe me? Of course I believe you. If you don't mind, I would like to go with you on your journey. Do as you please. What about you guys? What are you going to do? So, Camden, I'm allergic to all the other lords. I have no choice but to stay with you. Iria, so you are the one who saved me. All I want in my life is to be with you. So there you go. Very well. Let's all go together. We'll find a new land to conquer somewhere. So down goes Iskilio. Has vanished. So we got the samurai, Daffy. Or Daffy. Iskilio has been defeated and I have no place to go. How would you like to hire me? I could be of some use to you, however, that depends on how much you pay me. Don't worry, man. We pay fine here. Victoria. My name is Victoria. I used to work for King Drist of Scalia. It was a very strong country, but even a strong country like that had to surrender to you. I'm attracted to strong people. You will have my support from now on. There you go. Just as good a reason as any. That quest is still going. 2 episodes strong. Kathleen's quest, the lector. So we actually are going to get 2 new knights in this quest here. Yeah, plus the 2 that we just got. We just got an entire new team. I'm going to start working on them like right away. Oh, Rune Area Potion. We're going to give this to Dogal. so he can have an extra rune area point. Oh, sure. That's another quest that you always get with Hayud, that guy right there. Periner? I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to even try. So obviously she's an elven lady there. So what happens is they eventually will, I think, fall in love with each other. They'll form a couple, and she's going to try to convince him to stay in the woods with her and forget about the humans and their wars, because the elves in Forcina are basically recluse, so they just stay in the forest. So basically he's going to change his mind and come back, and he will bring back her and her brother, I think, which is the other guy in this quest here. He's actually going to come after her too, so we're going to actually get 2 extra nights in this quest too. So that's a lot of extra nights. There you go, have fallen in love. So he's going to stay a while on that quest there. It's one of the more interesting quests, because it has that like vibe of basically war is a choice, so you can just run away if you want to, just leave everything behind, and who cares about the war, you know? Seems to be a legitimate position to take. Alright, so there you go. Not Daffy, not Kathleen, not Victoria, Langborg. Okay, so let me see what can I do here in terms of team making. Okay, so Daffy has 181, which is okay. The Lector, which is Kathleen, the lady from the quest, is not that great in rune power, but she's a Lector, which means she has a lot of MP and she can use Holy Word, so that by itself is already good enough. The Priest that came with her is not that great. Victoria is kind of terrible, as you can see, because of the rune power. So I'm actually not going to use her. I'm going to use Daffy and Kathleen, and I'm going to wait for the rest of the crew to come back from the quest, that Hayud quest, to see if one of them has a decent rune power, you know? I have others that have decent rune power, but the problem is the team makeup is going to get all messed up. So it's not just about rune power, it has to have some sort of punch, you know? Has to work. So Daffy, Kathleen, the 2 are going to go to Gloom here, which is my castle that can like summon. Actually, I should send them here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is better. Doesn't have dragons, but has rocks and wyverns. That's pretty decent. Usually the main castles from each and every country here have a better selection of creatures to summon from, you know? Oh, no, that's correct. I thought I sent the wrong person. Alright, so the rest of the people here can go to quests. I'm not going to use them. So, I don't know why, by the way. There's this like knights that randomly have super low rune power. It's not that they are not usable, but they are just too bad. They just don't progress well enough. So even if you evolve them, at the end of the day, they will never like perform better than other knights that have decent rune power, you know? Never. Okay. So the main team is up there. This is the team that just attacked here. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm trying to check the location of everybody. Folks in Damas are still there. I want to start attacking with this army, but I need the right opportunity. So we're going to start getting a lot of quests each turn, and that means probably more knights. As far as I remember, there's that barbarian, Bag the Magus, which is a level 16. I don't remember the name of the class, is barbarian. He's a very strong dude from Aeskilio. If you saw the ending from Aeskilio, you notice that he was not one of the characters that spoke. Even though he's like an NPC, he has lines and stuff. So what happens is, when Askelio falls, he usually goes somewhere else. I think he goes to Norgard. Thing is, Norgard doesn't exist anymore, so maybe he's out of the game right now, I don't know. If we can get him in like a quest or something. Alright, so now we have a dragon that is completely evolved. We are going to have to summon some creatures here, but at least we already have a strong one to start. I'm actually going to evolve him to a white dragon. Oh, sorry. There you go. The white dragon is overall better than the fire dragon. But Salamander, which is the evolution of the white dragon, is very, very strong. Not the white dragon, the evolution of the red dragon. So I prefer the evolution of the red dragon, which is the Salamander, to the evolution of the white dragon, which is the Fafnir. I actually think the Salamander is more useful overall. We need to have some space for this dragon here. This is going to evolve in the next battle, probably. Okay, so... but I need to summon creatures here. This team is kind of depleted. Hydras, huh? No, thank you. I'm actually going to move this team here, so I can summon some good creatures for it. Okay, the rest of the teams are completely fine. So... alright, so let's see what's going to happen this turn. So let's see up here. Yeah, so they are still using a lot of people here. Down here, let's see. So Aston can attack here. Alright, this got slightly worse, I think. And here. Ooh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal, my god. What a combination. And yeah, Callion is going to be a nightmare now. Basically because they are basically back to where they start. That basically means that they don't only need to defend 2 castles. Actually, when the game starts, they don't need to even defend this castle. They can defend only this one because they have a treaty with the Almecian Kingdom. Obviously, the Almecian Kingdom completely lost their original position in the map here. So they are just defending the 2 sides here. But I need to attack here. It doesn't matter what they are using here. I'm much rather attack them than Zamax's team here. This is way too dangerous. So from now on, there's not going to be like a whole lot of like small fish battles. All of the battles are going to be very difficult. Okay. So that's what we're doing this turn. Let's save. So now we have a Tiamat, so I'm going to try to use the breath this turn, just so you guys can see how devastating it is. Obviously we didn't evolve a Hydra, we just got the Tiamat like because a knight left it behind when he died. But it's working for us now. Alright. So let's check. The main problem here is the amount of units, especially for the leader there. That's actually a problem. Because with our army makeup here, we have good units, but we do not have a closer. We do not have like a super powerful unit that can basically decimate the enemy's units. Like a Salamander, a Fafnir, or a super evolved like Tiamat, for example. This Tiamat is on level 10. So we really don't have like a super powerful unit. We need to grind it a little bit. That can be a problem against super big armies, you know. Especially armies that have a lot of dragon, because as you can see, I have a lot of red element here. That's the element of the dragons, the green ones, the base ones. So that means that our phoenixes don't do like a whole lot of damage against them. That's a problem when you're playing a country that like is specialized in a type of units. In this case, the rocks, right? So you always run the risk of like facing an army that does not have a favorable matchup for you. Like for example, Norgard is terrible for Leonia because they have a lot of Hydras, which are blue elements, the opposite of dragons. So they are really, really annoying. Luckily, in our particular playthrough here, we didn't have to deal with it because Almekia did the work for us. We just showed up in the last second and got the final battle. I'm not gonna lie, the game helped us out there. Okay, so Phoenix here. At least the Tiamat is less slower or less slow than the Hydras are. But still, you cannot count on the Hydras to make any sort of wall at all. I'm going to focus on this side probably. On this side I'm going to have to face two sorceresses. Alright, a warlock and a sorcerer. So in this side I'm going to have to deal only with the clerics, so probably a better idea to move to this side. So I'm actually going to do that. The AI probably would do the same thing if they were in this position here. The moment I saw the troops they were using in that castle, I knew they would bring two conjurers because it's way too strong not to. Alright, so he's level 14. The battle might start here, I think. So you know what, let's just form a preemptive wall here, just in case. Let's do it like this, I think. Not great, but it is what it is. Yeah, so it was a good idea. Oh, that is not a good movement there. If we kill the centaur, the cleric is going to be completely exposed. That is good for them. Need to be careful with the angel because of the divine ray spell. I'm going to put this guy on the wall. And the Tiamat is going to slowly, very slowly come. Oh, luckily he's moving super slow, so I don't need to worry about him this turn. Alright, keep dodging. So I'm going to put Lioness like... I have to put her... Oh man, that was almost a horrible mistake. I have to put her here, unfortunately. Because I really needed to form the wall on this side. This does not help us attack the cleric there, but it gives us more stability here. That's okay. Okay, so now I think I can kill the dragon. The problem is the dragon has protect, so I don't think it's a good idea to attack it, to be honest. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to kill the centaur here to clear the way. Come on, Rock. Just a good hit, a good hit. Thank you very much. See, if you ask, if you are nice, that's actually perfect. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Oh, I forgot to use the rune area potion. It would be useful, like about right now, basically. It would be very, very good here. That said, I was not going to use on him anyway. So, alright, let me move the demoness here, so I can use it against the angel and the cleric. This is not entirely safe, this move here. But I feel it's kind of okay. Maybe. No reason to attack the dragon right now. Let's protect. Let's see what he's going to do. Yeah. As you can see, the AI just can't like realize some things about the game. So it's prioritizing healing. If he had used Divine Ray with the Angel and Divine Ray with the Cleric, that would have killed Kylov. But they just don't do that. That's why I was confident when I moved to that spot. Because I know they never do it. Even though they should. They should be coded to do that. But they don't, you know. It's not that I am good, it's that they suck. That's basically the moral of the story. As you can see, why would you use heal with an offensive mage with such a powerful group of spells as Kai, you know? It's just a waste of a turret, basically. As you can see, the way he's positioning the troops, he's trying to basically escape Lioness. So it's like he's moving the troops away. He only puts troops that he doesn't care about close, like the Mandrake, for example, which is basically a tank unit. You just use it to like take damage from your other creatures, you know? Okay, so here I can do a lot of damage, I think. Let's try to kill the Centaur first. I'm not going to attack the Mandrake directly here, because it can paralyze my troops here. So not a good idea. So this Griffin, what do I do with it? Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of options here. So let's just move it and attack the dragon here. I don't think Holy Word reaches here. Let me actually check. If it does, this was actually a pretty good play, randomly. Yeah, it does. So I just need the giant to deal a decent amount of damage here. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I need a little bit more, just a little bit, like 10 more. So let's see if... yeah, it was not enough, but that's okay. That was a bonus configuration there. Alright, so our next moves are going to be completely dependent on what the AI is going to choose to do here. But I think we move... actually no, the Cleric and my Samurai are actually... they alternate, basically, so they could totally act first this turn. I actually don't remember who acted first. Should have paid more attention to that. So as you can see, even though they are in not a super favorable position, they are still here. Because they have two sorcerers, they have two mages, basically. Alright, that is a huge mistake. Like, gigantic mistake. That is another mistake. That's not what you do, obviously, in this situation. In this situation, if you are not going to retreat, you need to protect your Cleric. Or try to kill my knight, obviously. He didn't do both, so that's malpractice, basically. Alright, so I'm going to use Curse. Ooh, almost used the wrong spell there. Sometimes it happens. With that, I should be able to kill him. Let's just get a shot in just to be safe here. Oh, thank you very much. That is actually pretty good. Come on, man. Get your XP. Don't miss. Thank you very much. There you go. Finally got some XP. I can try to kill the Gygas here. But I don't even know if this is a good idea. Yeah, why not? Whatever. They are going to retreat anyway, so I think it's fine. The problem is if you don't kill the Gygas but you attack him with a bunch of units, you are just giving it XP. Because he's going to counter-attack, you know? So that's why I was thinking if this is a good idea or not. Probably it isn't, but whatever. Okay. So let me see if I can give Carlota some... Oh, Carlota. I'm still calling Cortina Carlota. I have Carlota in my mind. Which is the sorceress from New Almechia. I call her that because they have obviously both the same look, because they are the same class. And yeah, I wasn't able to use the breath attack, unfortunately. But that's probably enough to give me a kill in this dragon here. Yes, perfect. I feel these last two battles, for the episode we fought, were very good in terms of like results, XP, how many people we lost. People, quote unquote, right? I think she's going to get an extra one. Yes, she got 2 levels, that's perfect. Bye. Okay, so pretty solid. I think Lioness X first, right? No, Gaia X first, yeah. He's like level 28 or something like that. 25. There you go, so I might be able to give Lioness at least 1 kill here. If she could kill Sierra here, would be awesome. I think she can, because Sierra is actually a black element. So I'm going to actually count on that and not attack Sierra anymore. I'm going to focus on the other ones. This could be a mistake, we'll see. But I find it hard to believe that she wouldn't take like at least 130 points of damage here. Alright, so now let's give the giant some XP too. To give him that special item, I need him to be at level 20, I think. It worked. There you go. That's a bonus skill. I wasn't planning on that at all. But turns out the order of turns dictated that Lioness would act one more time before her, so shit happens for them. Alright. That was pretty solid. As I told you guys before, this team is basically kind of perfect. The odds of it going south or like losing a battle poorly are extremely low. You need to mess up real bad for it to happen. I might start not sending everybody to quests anymore, because obviously this is going to start taking forever from now on, because there's a lot of quests going on at the same time every turn. Oh yeah, he's deciding to go back to the war. I'm sorry, but I'm a human. I can't just look away from what's going on in the world and just enjoy myself. That would be too selfish. I must strive for peace on the continent. I promise I'll be back when I see things change. Please wait for me. So she actually decides to go too, as far as I remember. And this is her brother, I think. So he goes too. So the elder allows them to go. And now all of them are going to work for us. So hopefully we can create a new decent army with one of the two here. I think both are lower than level 10, so it's not amazing, but if they have like one of them has like decent rune power, should be enough for us. Kokoro. Kokoro is heart in Japanese, I think. Kokoro. Okay. So let's see if one of the two can be usable here. Let's see. Oh, he's a mage, but his rune power is not good. Victoria, Moonlight. What? Where is she? Victoria, Moonlight, Ayu. This is my original cleric. Maybe she didn't come? Huh. I thought she would go. She was going to. For some reason, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's only him. So Sophia. So for now, we only have those two knights. I cannot bring anybody else here. Yeah, he is a sorcerer, and that's good. But that's not amazing, you know. So I just don't have enough to do a whole lot here. So I'm going to keep these two knights here. I'm not going to move them. I need to summon some troops for this army here. We lost a field in the last battle. I don't know exactly what we need here, so I'm just going to summon a bunch and see what can I do here. Oh, the rune area potion, yeah. Let me just use it before I forget. Increases rune area by 1 hex. That's so powerful, you guys have no idea how powerful this is. This is the most powerful item in the game, in terms of using an item. A usable item, for sure this is the most powerful. It changes everything, basically. Oh, I forgot, I need to change the tool I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to put a rock here. A wyvern here. That's probably good enough. I still have some rune power left. So I'm actually going to give the giant to Kirkmon here. Here. Actually, let me do like this. And then I can just put like 1 wyvern here, I guess. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's way too tight in terms of... Yeah. So let me think what I should do here. Yeah. I'm going to put an extra 1 here. There you go. Now that's a front line. It's pretty good, pretty solid. I'm not going to delete these because I already have these knights that I'm going to use later anyway, so I'm just going to dump the units here. Alright, so this team is basically ready. Maybe there's like a unit that I can evolve in this team, but I'm not going to right now. I rather have the numbers, basically. Okay, so I can already start attacking Carleon here. So the idea would be, first, I actually need to conquer here, Salisbury. So I would have an army here defending, another army here defending, and the 2 other armies need to be here. So I can attack and actually conquer these 4 castles here. But I need 2 big super armies, like 2 very strong armies. And right now I only have 1. That's the main problem. That's why I'm trying to make another army, because remember, our original army number 4 is right here. So I can't use it right now. So I really need an extra knight here. So hopefully in one of the quests we can get one. So for now, I think I can keep these guys here. And I'm going to try to conquer Salisbury here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to deal with the insanely powerful knights of the Asgard's Empire here. Early. I will do it later, but right now we don't have a choice. So, this army moves here. The other army stays on where it is. And this one army, the main army, I'm going to attack here. Then, if I win, on the following turn, I'll get probably this army and put it here. So I can defend these 2. And I'll have this area basically on lock for a while. And then I'm going to focus on this, on Carleon here. While hopefully, eventually getting a new knight in a quest. Or maybe I'll just get Limelight and just put him in the team with the rest of the guys. It's not going to be bad, it's just going to be a very like low rune power team. So maybe, you know what? What I could do actually is to bring Limelight here. They form the team, then I get this team, put them up here, and I actually bring this team right here down to actually help me out here, because this team is way stronger. But if I put the other team here, maybe even if that team is attacked, I think I can defend it from Olmeca here, because basically they have overextended here big time, so they are defending a bunch of castles. Up here they are defending 3, and down here 1 more, so they are defending 4 castles now, and they don't have a whole lot of troops. So I actually think this is a good idea, so that's what I'm going to do in the next episode. So that entire spiel there is something we are going to start doing in the next episode. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.